Hello everyone, Berserkhead here, and welcome to Random Game Monday. It doesn't have to be a Sunday every time, so this is a Monday and I decided to sit down and record a video, so that's gonna be a Random Game Monday. And the game that we're gonna be playing today is Crusader Kings 2. So, a couple of weeks back, I made the video about, how I want to branch out and make videos about other games. And that's one of the games that I actually mentioned that I'm gonna be playing on my channel. And I was thinking about either buying Europa Universalis or buying this game. This game was a little bit more expensive because it has more DLC and I wanted to buy as much DLC as possible. But I made the investment, I bought the game, I bought a bunch of the DLC, and I actually sat down and tried to learn how to play it. I've invested, I'm not exactly sure how many hours, about 30 hours I think so far. And I think I'm doing pretty well learning how to play the game. So, I just wanted to show you a little bit of my progress. Well, also a little bit of the game, I guess. And I'm gonna be showing you a little bit, a few of my games that I've been playing, and then I guess I'm just gonna go and play a little bit of Crusader Kings. It's really a great game. I'm really glad that I bought it, and I've been playing it a lot. But anyways, what is Crusader Kings 2? It's pretty much a medieval political simulator. That's what Crusader Kings 2 is. It's a really great game. It's not like Total War in the sense that you don't have real-time battles, and the emphasis is not on war that much, and that's a thing that many people just don't like about this game, because you don't have these huge battles with a lot of troops that you can command and stuff like that. This is more about politics, and about relations between characters and stuff like that. I myself would really call this game a medieval person's life simulator, because it's very much that. You can be a king or you can be just a vassal of a king, and you just gotta live your life, make decisions, and try and survive in this cruel medieval world. I want to show you some of the games that I've been playing, because I've been trying out a lot of the things. I just wanted to, in order to get familiar with the game, I wanted to try out a few rulers that are really different from each other. And these are not, I'm not going to be showing you all the games that I've played, because I've tried out quite a few rulers, but these are a few games that I think are interesting that I want to show you. So first of all, this is my most recent save that I've been playing. So it basically started as King Rurik, who's actually a real historical person. That's another thing that's great about this game. You can play as these historical people, such as for example, Bjorn Ironside or Harold Fairhair. And I picked a person that's actually pretty pretty famous in history. That's King Rurik, and his dynasty, who's basically the Swedish guy who settled in what's modern Russia, and he established the Rus kingdom. He basically converted to basically Slavic religion. He converted, he became part of the people, and helped them establish their kingdom. However, in my save, I tried to do exactly the opposite. So basically, I was King Rurik, and I established the kingdom of Rus, which is now called Gardariki. But instead of converting myself to the Slavic religion and Slavic culture, I actually decided to convert the Slavs to my culture, which has been, going on fairly successfully so far. But right now, King Rurik is dead. Both of his kids died. One of them died in a battle. The other one was assassinated. So now I'm this guy who's a fairly new king, and no one really likes him, but it's still a pretty big country. It's a pretty powerful country. So this is one of the save files that I've been playing, and I think it's pretty interesting how you can alternate history by, doing exactly the opposite of, what happened in actual history. Anyways, there's just one more save that I want to show you before I start playing. And this save that's actually co-op with me and Centurion Crow. So after I started playing the game, I told him, dude, this is a really good game and you're gonna like it. So he decided to buy it as well, and we started playing co-op a little bit. We've been playing the old gods, and I played as King Harold Fairhair. Once again, a really famous historical person, and he's been playing as Bjorn Ironside, one of King Ragnar Lodbrok's sons. And as you can see, he's been doing actually really well, because we started this save, we started this game basically being like, hey dude, I want to learn how to play the game, you're gonna help me every now and then. He actually ended up doing better than me. So it's pretty impressive. As you can see, his kingdom is pretty huge. This is the Kingdom of Sweden. He has some internal crisis going on because we recently Christianized, so the people are not really happy about it. But we decided to do it just to increase the difficulty because there is not much going on. And we've played this for more than 10 hours, I think, and we've advanced, you know, a lot. And that's my kingdom. I have pretty much the whole of East Scandinavia. I have all of these little islands here as well as Iceland. But the game that I'm the most proud about is this one that I'm gonna show you, and I'm actually gonna play a little bit just to show you how the game works. And I'm gonna work on some future videos, maybe some tutorials. I really want to make a beginner tutorial. But anyways, I decided to play as my own country. So I decided to pick the Kingdom of Bulgaria once again, the old gods, and I played as King Boris, who's actually the guy who Christianized the Bulgarians. So when I started, there was still a lot of, you know, a lot of pagans going around the country, some Slavs, some Tengri people. So I've been Christianizing everything, and as you can see, I expanded the country, and my main goal here is to basically unite all the Slavs, which has been going pretty successfully so far, and I'm really happy about it. So as you can see, I've expanded here, I've conquered Bosnia, I've conquered parts of Croatia, and I'm waging war on the Magyars here, who have a little bit of issues as far as I can see. They have some rebellions going on right now, so that would be a really good time to attack. But right now I am busy actually fighting Moravia because I got this guy who's a really good diplomat. He has 27 diplomacy, which I've never actually seen a guy that has that high you know, diplomacy skill. So I decided to just fabricate claims and get a bunch of lands for myself, and I've been doing really well. I'm basically kind of an empire right now because I have all of these Magyar lands over here. I have some more Slavic lands over here, and I'm just really doing really well. I can create a few more titles. I'm really rich at the moment, so and I have really powerful allies. I'm actually allied with this guy, I think, who is the Kingdom of Italy right now, and I'm also allied with one of the Spanish guys. I'm not sure, but he's pretty powerful as well. So I've been thinking about going to war with the Byzantine Empire. I think that I really want to do is try and fabricate a claim on Constantinople, which will basically allow me to go to war with the Byzantine Empire and conquer Constantinople, which is, you know, I have a fascination for the city, and this is actually a fairly new emperor. Yeah, so maybe, I mean, this guy, I think he, the old emperor died, and now he's actually a pretty new ruler. So chances are there is actually a lot of internal crisis going on in the Byzantine Empire right now. But anyways, let's see what's going on. I pretty much have my personal levies over here. I'm not using my vassals levies because I can deal with these guys pretty easily. But I am at war with Moravia, which is pretty much equivalent to what is nowadays. Yeah, as you can see here, I'm allied with this guy, and this is, yeah, the King of Asturias. So basically this guy over here, who's also my ally, he can help me. I don't need their help right now, but these guys are basically the what is today the Czech Republic. That used to be Great Moravia. Was you know, back in the Middle Ages, in the early Middle Ages, it was a pretty powerful country, but you know, they had their own crisis. So at one point this kingdom just disappeared. That's a bug that's been going on. The game is just not responding for a few seconds every now and then. I hope that's not really a problem. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff going on, and I've yeah, as you can see, I have a claim on that territory. But basically I gotta go to war and defeat the whole Byzantine Empire just for this little piece of land, which is not that valuable, and that's why I'm not pushing these claims yet. So I think I have, yeah, I gotta keep sieging here. I think I gotta take the settlement, and the war's basically gonna be over. I think I defeated these guys' troops. They don't have any more troops, so you know, I'm winning this war pretty decisively at this point. So I think it's gonna be over soon. And after that, I don't really know what I gotta do. I can either go to war with once again with the Magyars, which I can definitely do. As you can see, I've conquered parts of Crimea, which is basically the best territories, like the most profitable territories from the Magyar kingdom here. And that should be the war over. Alright, I gotta go and conquer, well, maybe their capital over here. And that should end the war. And this is basically King Boris the second. This is not the first King Boris. This is his grandchild, I think. Yeah, I'm right. And he's been doing really well. I actually expanded my country a lot during this guy's reign right now. Um, I should actually see my stats and see what I can work on. I have really good diplomats and I have really good councils and stuff like that. But you know, I gotta work on my personal skills a little bit, if that's possible. Right now, I gotta have a son, though. That's really a thing that's kind of concerning me. Because I am 34 years old and I don't have any kids yet, which is, you know, kind of concerning me. My old wife is dead. I actually had to assassinate her because she was getting too old to have kids. So I had to assassinate her and just marry someone else. Yeah, excuse, by the way, my voice may go a little bit you know, may go a little bit sour because I'm a little bit sick, but hopefully that's not really going to be a problem. I can usurp this title. I guess I have a claim on it, which is pretty good, but I'm not going to be doing this right now. I'm working on actually creating these kingdoms because that's going to give me a bunch of de jure claims that I can press, and after that I'm going to be able to expand my country even more and become even more powerful. Now, my wife's pregnant, which is good. I just took her. She's not very good looking, but I took her for her traits because she has some pretty good traits, and that's really a thing that you should consider when you want to marry someone. My king's traits are not the best. He has some really good traits, but the shy trait's not good. The cynical trait is not really great. So I took her, so hopefully, plus she's young, so she can give me a lot of kids. But basically, when you have a Gavelkind kingdom, the kingdom, when the ruler dies, basically there is a succession crisis going on, the so-called succession crisis, which is basically all of the sons of the ruler have to have some lands. You know, some guy, he inherits the title, but all of the other guys, you know, all of the other sons of the previous ruler have claims on the title. So there is, you know, after a ruler dies, there is usually some civil war going on and stuff like that. So basically, best case scenario, you have one son. That's really the best thing. Although, if your son is not really good, your vassals can vote for someone else to inherit the title, and this gets even worse because you know you can be a person of a completely different dynasty, which doesn't usually happen, but potentially it could happen, and that's pretty concerning if it does. What I'm kind of concerned though is that I'm taking their capital, which is not really connected with my territories over here. And before I can really press claims that I have, because I think I have claims once I create one of these titles, I am gonna have claims on these lands over here. And oh, there you go. I have a son. So his name is gonna be Vladimir, and now I can actually pick a different ambition and actually increase some of these stats over here. When I increase learning, it's not a really important skill. It's probably the least important, but it's very low at the moment, so I gotta work on that a little bit. And the war's finally gonna be over. I won the war, as you can see, so now I capture their capital for the most part, and now I just gotta disband these troops so they're not gonna eat some of my money. Now, I'm getting too powerful. I have too many territories, so I should basically give this land to some of my vassals. Now, although I gotta consider the fact that some of my vassals could be really, really powerful, and I definitely don't want that to happen. My vassals are not in love with me. As you can see, some of them are pagans, which is kind of problematic because I'm a foreigner to them, and you know, they can cause a lot of problems, but so far I think I'm doing pretty well since I have people working on my security pretty much all the time, and I have a lot of my enemies in prison, which is always a good thing because they can't really do a lot of things you know, from prison. So I gotta give this land to some of my vassals, and that should be a guy that doesn't have a lot of titles, and I think this guy is actually pretty appropriate. I just gotta give this title to someone because otherwise the you know, people are not gonna happy about it, because once you know, I can have 7 territories basically, and if I have more than that, my vassals are gonna be you know, unhappy about it, and they can you know, You definitely don't want this to happen. Now, how do you keep yourself powerful even though the amount of territories that you have is kind of limited? Well, you gotta have territories that give you a lot of troops and territories that are really united. If I have one territory here, if I have and then one here and one here, for example, and one here, that's not really good because you know, before I can unite my whole army, people can attack me and take a significant chunk of my lands before I can actually react to it. So that's that. So troubadour event, that's pretty good. I'm gonna gain one intrigue. I think that's oh, I'm actually working on improving my learning, so well, it's still pretty good. I'm gonna be able to increase my intrigue by one, which is not bad at all. Now I gotta create some of these titles, so I'm gonna have more de jure claims. I think I actually pressed my de jure claims, and now basically creating these titles is not gonna give me anything but these titles. I can create this title. Is it expensive? 334 gold. I'm really rich at the moment, so I'm not really concerned about money. I'm like really rich. But well, I think there was one more kingdom that I could. Let me actually go through my titles and see what's going on. Kingdom of Pannonia. Yeah, I should have de jure claims on these guys over here. Cause that's basically the Kingdom of Pannonia, but I'm not sure if why exactly I cannot press them right now, because it says that I don't have a valid casus belli. Oh yeah, because these are two different countries. All right, I can actually press my de jure claims. Bad thing about this is I gotta take these one by one. So basically, every time I go to war, I gotta defeat the whole country just for one piece of land. And now I have a peace treaty with them. So if I attack them, that's gonna cost me a lot of prestige. I can afford that, but still, I don't want to lose that much prestige. So I'm just gonna wait for 5 years. Oh damn, that's actually, and that's gonna give me -5 diplomacy. Oh, adventure threats. That's a really bad event because this guy can assassinate me and I cannot do anything about it. Except for if I try to assassinate him as well. But I don't think these adventure threats have actually worked. So I don't think I'm actually going to do anything about it. Alright. My wife is pregnant, but I was away, wasn't I? Oh, damn. That's not good. My wife's been cheating on me. Alright, that could be problematic. This is actually the first thing this has happened to me. Oh wow. Well, I have a son. I'm happy about it. I can assassinate my wife if I want to. The only plots that I can start right now are just revoking a bunch of titles, which I don't think I should really do at this point, because I have my 7 territories, and if I revoke these guys' titles, they're gonna dislike me. So at this point, I think it's better to work on assassinating some of my vassals that are actually disliking me and that are not in jail right now. This guy, for example, so he is Bohemian, he's Catholic. That's part of the reason why he doesn't like me, because Bulgaria is an Orthodox kingdom right now. And his heir actually, yeah, he actually likes me. So if I assassinate this guy right now, I'm gonna solve some of my vassal issues, which I've been working on. And as you can see, the vassals that don't like me are basically in jail, which is definitely a good thing. Now, oh yeah, actually a lot of backers, so I'm gonna be able to assassinate the guy. There you go, he's dead, and I inherited all that he got. Alright, now I gotta give this, yeah, so basically this territory, well, I gotta give it to some other vassal. I think this guy is actually a pretty suitable, yeah, I think, because he's Avar. I mean, he's kind of native to these lands, and he kind of dislikes me. And if I give him this this piece of land over here, he's actually gonna like me a lot. So once again, that's gonna solve a lot of my issues. So I've been doing well. You know, everything is going extremely well. The next thing that I can do, that's why I paused the game, because I'm just basically thinking of what I can do. I can go to war with the Magyars, and I have some claims over here. I can claim the rest of Crimea, or I can basically go to war for a piece of land of my choosing, because they're of a different religion. And that's, you know, you gotta have a casus belli in order to declare war. And what casus belli means is basically a reason to start the war, because that's how medieval politics actually worked. It's not like in Total War where you can just invade a guy and take his land. So you gotta have a reason for starting this war. And these people being of different religion basically gives me the right to invade them. um, so I think I might go to war with, yeah, with these guys and actually take Crimea, which I think is a fairly good strategic position, but I don't know if I need more heathens in my country right now. Let's see if I actually have claims on Slavonia here or some of these factions. I can actually do anything. I can conquer the rest of Croatia though, which once again is gonna give me a chance to unite the Slavs, and I think that's gonna be a fairly easy war. As you can see here, I'm pretty powerful. 4,000, is it 4,500? Yeah, 40, almost 4,700 personal troops, which is pretty good. Now I can call my vassals to raise some troops for me, but the longer I keep these troops away from them, the more they're gonna dislike me, so that's not really a good thing. Anyways, okay, so I was trying to assassinate this guy and apparently that failed. Yeah, I couldn't kill him, so he escaped, but he's like, no one still knows that I'm trying to assassinate him. He basically doesn't know what happened, so that's gotta be good. And I actually want to work on converting more and more people to Christianity, because that's gonna allow me, once again, you know, it's basically gonna give me you know, more security, which is good. And let me actually pause the game real quick just to check how the religion tab is going. Yeah, I'm trying to convert these guys. I'm still not really successful at doing that. Yeah, I have a lot of territories that I gotta convert, but is my patriarch actually good? He's really good at his job. So if I gotta count on someone converting these people, that's actually gonna be this guy. So it's just a matter of time before these guys get basically Christianized into Orthodoxy. Now I gotta unite my army, and this is basically the most control you have over your army. You can unite them, you know, make them, you know, if you wanna have more armies, you can do that, or you can just have one gigantic army. And the bigger your army, the more generals you can assign. The maximum number is 3, and based on their martial skill, you know, the higher chance of you winning the battle, you know, there is. So as you can see, there are some combat modifiers as well for my ruler, who's actually a decent commander. Not a great one, but a decent one nevertheless. That's gonna be an easy war, as I said, plus they have just one piece of land. 75% from just defeating their troops. They actually had these guys as their allies that gave them a little bit of an army there, but still no chance for them. That's gonna be an easy war for me. And I think I'm gonna finish this and wrap up this video. If you find this interesting, I'm gonna make more videos on Crusader Kings II. It's a game that I enjoy personally a lot. I just love this game. Buying it was a great decision, I feel like. And you know, I'm gonna keep playing it, and I just love it. It's a really good game. And I actually recommend it. If you want to buy this game, just go for it. DLC that I can recommend is definitely the Old Gods. I haven't really touched on the other pieces of DLC that I bought, but that's a DLC that's really good. Also, the Charlemagne one is pretty good as far as I know. I don't have it. That's actually the only major piece of DLC that I lack, aside from a few cosmetic ones. But as far as I know, the Charlemagne DLC is really good. So if you want to get into this game, play the Old Gods. That's pretty much the DLC that's gonna get you started. You can buy it on, you know, some, you know, not on Steam, but on some website for a lot cheaper. The game actually goes on sale pretty, you know, pretty often, so you can count on that as well if you want to buy it from Steam. So that's the war done with. This guy, I imagine, is not gonna like me a lot. He actually does, so that's good. But he's a Catholic, so I gotta start converting these guys. I've been working on uniting the Slavs. There are these territories here that I gotta work on as well. And all the Slavs on the Balkans are actually gonna be within my territory, so that's gonna be good. But anyways, that's gonna be everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I just wanted to show the game a little bit. Hope I did a good job. I can talk about it a lot because that's really a, you know, it's a historical game with real historical people in it, and I can talk about it a lot. And it's really interesting how you can alternate history, and that's really the thing that I enjoyed about this game the most. Um, so yeah, if you liked it, if you want more episodes, leave me a comment just to let me know. Still, I'm gonna make more of it because I just enjoy the game, but still, you can give me your opinion about it. So yeah, that's gonna be everything. See you next time. Goodbye.